Good morning, guys. So let's get into the setups for today. So we are still in the EU continuation. So we are obviously bullish. We had the retracement and now we're continuing to push up higher. I like this setup that is formed with the liquidity grab over here. And then what we've done is we've created this demand and now price is pushing up higher. So I'm looking for possible longs from this demand to take into the highs. I think it's a clean setup since we had the liquidation already. So I'm keeping my eyes on this. I have alerts already. GU, I was looking for shorts, which is still the case. However, you can see that price has been ranging in the supply, which makes it very weak. We also have equal highs over here, so it's very likely that price will make a liquidity grab first, and then we'll have the break over here, and it's probably much safer to wait for the fresh supply and trade that down to the 50%. So yeah, I'm just a bit paused on this setup for the moment until we get a fresh liquidity grab and supply, because this supply is just very weak at the moment. It's basically mitigated. If you consider that mitigated, then there is no fresh supply after that, because this is not a valid supply. So yeah, I would just wait for a new supply to form. AU is ranging, so not interested. NU, I'm still waiting for this since yesterday. The same thing, we had the break. We have a nice supply over here. So still just have my alert set, waiting for price to enter. And then we can definitely look for short positions. Gold, not interesting. UJ, quite an interesting situation. Should have broken the lows, but it seems to be pushing up higher again. But yeah, should just continue down. Potentially there are people entering from this demand, so it's just taking them in and then going to drop. So keeping an eye on that. Same here, this just wicked below but didn't break the lows, so interesting. I mean, we are waiting for the setups. The most interesting one to me is still GJ and NU, of course, but GJ, you can see we're still also heading back up to the supply. We are in this bigger supply, but I prefer to trade more refined zones on the 4 hour. But even if you take the bigger zone, then yeah, you can see that it wouldn't be a good place to enter, since this is just sideways range. You would have taken a loss over here, been wicked over here. So yeah, I would feel much more confident to wait for the extreme supply to get tapped into, more high probability. And then yeah, we have left behind a lot of nice liquidity to trade down into after we tap into here and come down. So those are the main pairs that I'm keeping an eye on today. So yeah, let's see what happens.